All right, here we go with the new material. Just making sure we keep that strict alternate picking. And here we go, 60. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, 1, 2, 3. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Number 2. So even though this says a 5, 4, I'm just going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 3. The tricky one. 1. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let me bring up what we finished, or which finished today, plus one other thing. All right. So actually, this this sheet has a little bit more filled in. So basically, I had you building these major scales, major keys, going through, you may have heard of it, circle of fifths, which is this thing here. So we're going from one key to the next that increased one new sharp each new key. So the key of C has 0 sharps. The key of G has 1 sharp. And then the key of D has 2 sharps. Key of A has 3 sharps, and so on. Now, every time you have a new sharp, it's always the 7th note. Every single time we have the new sharp, it's the 7th note. And also, whatever was sharp in the previous key is going to be sharp again in the next key. So you see here, you got your F sharp in the key of G. Then the key of D has F sharp and C sharp. The key of A has F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So it just adds one new sharp like that. All the previous sharps are going to be there. And then the same thing happening with the flats. So key of C, no flats, but the key of F has one flat. In this case, it's a B flat. And then key of B flat, we have the B flat, of course, and then an E flat. So on the sharp keys, every time we have a new sharp, it's the 7th note. For the flat keys, every time we have a new flat, it's the 4th note. Now, when the whole circle of fifths idea. So the 5th note in, so you go through your key of C, you land on G. G is the 5th note in the key of C. G is the root note of the next key with one new sharp. As we see right here, G is next. But then we go to the 5th note in the key of G. That's D. Now the key of D is the next key with 2 sharps. And then 5th note in the key of D is A. The key of A has 3 sharps. And then 5th note in the key of A is E. The key of E has 4 sharps. So that's the circle of fifths right there. You basically just go up 5, and that gets you the root note of the next key with 1 additional sharp. Now, if you go down 5, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gets you the flat keys. But instead of going backwards 5, I think of it like this. Go up 4. So circle of fifths for the sharps, circle of fourths for the flats. So we see here, F is the 4th note in the key of C. So key of F contains 1 flat. B flat is the key with 2 flats. The 4th note in there is E flat. Well, E flat's the new key, which contains 3 flats. So that's what's going on here. And then this, just an image I found online, was one of the cleaner looking ones. There's all kinds of fancy looking ones, but I feel like this was the one that makes the most sense that I found. So yeah, circle of fifths, we see the notes on the outside here. That's so those are your major keys. So the key of C, C major, no sharps, no flats. And then we go around the circle. Key of G has 1 sharp, key of D has 2 sharps, key of A has 3 sharps, and so on. Then we go the other way. Key of C has no flats, but the key of F has 1 flat. Key of B flat has 2, E flat has 3, and so on. Now, on the inside, these are the notes for the minor key. So the key of C and A minor are the same. So the key of C major, A minor, same 7 notes. The key of G, G major, and the key of E minor, same 7 notes. The key of D major and B minor, same 7 notes. So those are your relative major and minor going on right there. And then down here, just another way of looking at the different keys and their, how we're adding 1 flat at a time. Same thing with the sharps right here. So that's what that is all about. So yeah, go ahead and just double check your work when you're filling in the blank sheet. And any questions come up, let me know. And I will see you again next week.